I'm a 15-year-old AI entrepreneur, and a few days ago I asked you guys, what's your biggest problem in AI? Is it mindset? Is it business? Is it AI tools? Is it niches? And here's what you guys said. Alright, the first reply, what's the source of leads and what niche do you specifically work on? Well, this is a very simple question. We got two main sources of leads. We either got our Instagram and all of our social funnels, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, all of them. We're not running any ads. And then we got our second way of getting leads, which is actual cold, manual, hard work DMing and stuff like that. We do cold Insta DMs, we do cold calls, stuff like that, but we don't do any cold email because emails suck. And as for the niche that we're primarily focusing on, if you see my content, you know that it's primarily e-commerce. But if any other owner comes to me and says that, hey, I have a real estate business, can you build me an AI voice agent that can do cold calling? Yeah, we might take the project. It depends on how many leads and how many actual clients we're generating for that month. If e-commerce is low, then whoever contacts me saying that, hey, build this for me, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So second one from Zaid Armour, required skills in order to start an AI automation agency. Kindly tell all, thank you. Brother, simple for you. Two main skills that you need inside an AI automation agency. Number one, you need to know how to learn. This stuff is not super basic. It is basic, but you need to know how to learn. Learning is a skill. You don't master learning, then you're gonna fall behind. Knowledge is power. Number two skill that you need to learn how to sell. Doesn't matter what business you have. It does not matter what you can do. It does not matter how you do your content. You need to learn how to sell someone. Selling is all about the transfer of conviction, belief in your product. If you truly believe your product and you truly know that it's really benefiting someone else, then you have to know how to sell it to them, because it is your obligatory duty to sell to someone whom you know your product can actually benefit. So learn how to sell, learn how to learn, and you will, no matter what, be profitable forever in any business, not just AI. SQ Saad, is it easy? Let me tell you this, brother. From all of the propaganda out there where people are saying that, oh, look at this AI, it's so complicated, ask ChatGPT this, it has 10 different versions or whatever it is. It sounds like AI is so complicated. People get overwhelmed. Let me tell you that. Like, a lot of my followers, they come up to me, they say that I get overwhelmed because of all of this AI talk. It sounds so complicated, but literally, if we're talking about building and delivering AI automated solutions, it is probably one of the easiest, simplest things to do, because you just need to learn how to create systems that require either no code or just a tiny bit of code that you can literally go to ChatGPT and ask for. AI is all about making lives easier. And I would never recommend you guys to start an AI automation agency if I didn't know myself that this is so simple. You guys have used Legos your entire life, okay? When you were young, you were using Legos, all of that. Legos is literally how you build AI automated solutions. You can create full solutions using no-code solutions, just block-to-block connectors, that's it. And you can sell these solutions for thousands of dollars depending on the problem that you're solving and the solution that you're creating. So Saad, my brother, do not get overwhelmed. It is so easy to do this. You just have to take that first step. Number 4, Huzaifa880, where AI can help me if I'm in the e-commerce field. Brother, amazing question. AI is the best, most benefiting thing if you are in the e-commerce field. And I'm not just saying that because I provide AI that can sell inside e-commerce, but I'm just saying this because genuinely AI, in the terms of voice agents, that's what I'm talking about, they truly can help you a lot. Not just to save money, but to also save time and make you more money. If we talk about AI voice agents, that's my specialty, whatever it is. AI voice agents, especially in e-commerce, are good for one main reason. They will make you more money than they cost. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say that we give you 10 hours every single month on AI calls, okay? That's 10 hours for as many calls as you want to do. Unlimited calls, it's just a cap of 10 hours. That's what? That's 600 minutes. Unlimited calls, 600 minutes. That's actual on-call minutes. And saying that your average order card is, let's say, like $50. Every time we can generate you a sale using AI voice agents, and you're gonna be able to get $50 out of that. If we give you unlimited calls, you have like 5,000 customers, and every call lasts at least 3 minutes. That's at least 200 calls that we can get you in. 200 full selling calls that we can do for you. And doing the math there, that's 200 calls that we're letting you do. 200 proper calls with an average order card of $50. That's $10,000 in sales that we can generate you every single month with unlimited calls. So if you're an e-commerce owner, my brother, I would genuinely recommend you look into these AI systems, because everyone hears the fact that it costs $1,000, $5,000, stuff like that, but they don't hear the fact that it's gonna generate you double, triple, 10x the amount that the AI voice agent is charging you. 10x the amount. Completely 100% automatically, 24/7, zero input on your end. And if you're looking to actually create these e-commerce solutions, then for your own benefit, if you want to create AI automations inside the e-commerce niche, understand this, that e-commerce owners only want to make more money or save more money. Alright, big man JD, the boss man, how to talk in front of a camera. This is a good one, my brother. So for the people who are out there, you know, struggling with this anxiety and stuff like that, I never had any anxiety talking on a camera or talking to a camera or just facing this, you know, sphere that I'm looking at right now for the camera tilting thing, whatever it is. I've never had any social anxiety looking at that or any anxiety at all. And the reason I haven't had that is because I spend so much time before making these videos practicing my English. I used to wake up every single morning, regardless, go outside and go practice my English to myself, talking to my phone and playing back the video to see where I mess up in my speaking. Am I not being able to transfer my thought, the actual conviction that I'm trying to transfer through my verbal communication? Am I not doing that correctly? I used to go every morning and I used to test out my actual English. So if you want to learn how to talk in front of a camera, my brother, go ahead and invest time into this. Every single morning, wake up early, go outside, make this a habit, go outside and go record yourself, either pitching, either practicing cold call role plays, either just genuinely talking. What I did was I went on Google, I opened up random topic generator and I would just talk to myself about random topics and play back the videos to see where I messed up. You do that enough times and you do that well and you keep getting the feedback from your own recordings, and you will be able to talk in front of a camera, talk fluently, talk very well, very quick, very fast, and be able to transfer the actual words that you're trying to convey and the thought behind the words. Alright, number 6, we got Zorain Said 1. Please tell the payment method contract you use for international customers. I really like this question because so many people out there, especially when starting, they hear contracts and they hear payments and they're like, how do I actually do this? Where do I get the contract? Do I have to legalize it? It's just a bunch of weird stuff like that. But the thing is that contracts, it is just a Google documents in which you've just labeled out the terms that, hey, this is the services that we're going to provide for you. This is what you have to do for us to ensure a good service provision or whatever you call it. And this is the total length of the contract. And here are the payment terms. It is literally that simple. And if you want to make a contract, then just go ahead and literally go on ChatGPT and ask it to give you a template. Go to Canva, go and design that template. Just add like a nice ruffled up back screen so it looks like actual paper, digital paper, stuff like that, and just literally label out the terms of whatever client you have. It's no real specialty for international clients. It's the exact same contract you would give to a client in your own local area or whatever it is. It's just basic, man. You don't have to overthink the contract. Just make sure one thing, it actually labels out the payment terms and the actual requirements and the deliverables. That's a must. And as for the actual payment terms, I actually leave Stripe links inside my contracts after labeling the actual payment terms: first payment, second payment, third payment, monthly retainer, stuff like that. We actually go ahead and we add the Stripe payment inside the contract, saying that, hey, here is a contract, here's the payments, you just have to click this link and you just have to pay. Alright, next we got Rose. Why don't you target Pakistani clients anymore? Simple question, simple answer. I used to target a bunch of Pakistani clients when I realized that Pakistan and all of these other, like, I'm not gonna say it, but third world countries, stuff like that, they don't really have the money, and business owners don't want to give the money. Like, they probably do have the money, but they don't want to give the money to someone who could do this. They just want to find the best cheap way out there. They're not about value. Pakistan is mainly about finding the best cheap option and just getting the thing done. And also another thing about Pakistan is that people here don't care a lot. I'm gonna be honest like that. They don't live up to what they say. If they say that I'm gonna do a contract, they don't say it, okay? And that happens everywhere. But in Pakistan, I noticed after targeting Dubai, Pakistan, UK, all of this, I realized that Pakistan really just has that edge that we don't want to do what we say we do. So I just stopped doing Pakistan entirely. But the main thing is that if the country that you're targeting has the money, then go ahead and target them. If they can't give you the money, if they genuinely don't have the funds, then there's no point in trying to convince them and negotiate with them. And I had to realize that because I spent hours on calls just trying to get payments from something like 530 USD to something like 500 USD, like $30 difference. And in the end, when I budged to their discounted price, they would just ghost me and find someone else, or just look on Fiverr, just not do anything entirely. Alright, next we got ARM12335. How to find clients to sell our services. My number one recommendation to anyone who ever asks me, how do you get clients and how do you sell your first product? Go get referral. Everybody knows a guy who knows a a guy who knows a guy who is your first client. That's how it goes. Ask yourself a question. Who's got my money? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to target? Whose friends, dads, siblings, cousin do I have to talk to? How can I talk to them? Who can get me my first sale? And I'm telling you, man, if you talk to enough people, you will find that guy who can genuinely get you your first client, or who is your first client. Aryan_MLYK. First step, brother. First step: research. Learn. There's nothing that you can ever do inside this world without knowledge. Knowledge is the #1 component to anything out there. Be it a habit, be it a sport, be it an athlete, be it whatever it is, reading, writing, whatever it is, you need knowledge first. Get that knowledge and then go ahead and do it. All right, number 10, we got a .ixshn. Can you explain more about pricing and retainers of voice agents? Absolutely. I struggle a lot with pricing and all of these retainers and figuring out what is a great offer in which it feels dumb to say no. That is the type of offer you want. And let me tell you this, that when I look at voice agents, I see two types of pricing always. There's the one that, hey, we're gonna give you this amount of calls. You don't have to pay us any upfront. You don't have to do anything. This many calls, pay us per month. Here's the amount of calls that you have to do. No upfront fees, no nothing, just per month retainer, stuff like that. And then there's the actual good version, which is, hey, unlimited calls, as many as you want. We're gonna charge you per minute. And why I say the second one is better is because when you say to someone that, hey, I'm gonna give you 200 calls, they expect the limitation of 200 calls to be the amount that they actually receive in their ROI. They want to see 200 calls get, 150 out of those calls sales instantly. But no, if you give them minutes instead of calls, you not only can get more profit out of them, because sometimes they don't want to use their minutes and stuff like that, you can remove that limitation from their mind that, hey, out of 200 calls, this is your success rate. No, out of unlimited calls with 200 minutes, this is your ROI and this is your actual acceptance rate. And it also just sounds so much better. Hey, we're gonna give you unlimited calls. Use as many as you want, but here's your time limit of something like 10 hours, something like that. Now, for your actual pricing, I would recommend, and you go ahead, first of all, calculate your costs. And if you're selling to like someone who you're generating money for, someone like e-commerce, like how I do, I would say that, hey, if I'm generating you $10,000 in sales, I'm gonna take 10% of that. I'll take $1,000 per month, something like that. But if you're not doing something like that, calculate the actual cost, put like a 400% markup. If it's still better than what it would cost for them to use someone like a human agent, if we're talking about appointment setters, your pricing must be below an actual human person who can do the thing for you, book the appointments, but it must also be like a 500% markup so that you can make 5x your actual amount of cost. So if you find that sweet spot, that's the best way to price your agent. Personally, I charge, like I said, per minute. We got a few plans, but we charge an initial payment to actually build the actual agent, and then it's per month for their actual length of the calls every hour, for the actual hour limit, and for the actual call limits for how long they can actually call, how many minutes is allowed. That's how we charge. And hey, Ashan, my brother, if you want to know more about this in depth, just literally DM me. I also struggled a lot about pricing. I can send you a great blog that I read that had the perfect calculations on how you can do your own pricing for these voice agents. So just DM that to me and I'll send it over to you so you can just review it yourself and figure out your own pricing. And this goes for anyone else who also wants this pricing calculation. Okay, next we got Rizwan, Raza, Kadir, Razavi. Lot of names, man. How can I learn and implement according to the market? Perfect question, brother. Easiest way to learn AI automated solutions is two ways. Either you learn the basics and then you go and get yourself a client and force him to literally make you work. That's how I did it. Or you learn a lot about AI automations, you build them yourself, you build a few test versions of yourself, and then go up to people and say that, hey, I want to do this for free. Let me get some experience out of you. That's the best way to learn. And how you actually implement them according to the market is find what is a big issue for a specific niche inside a specific part. Appointment setters. Find where appointment setting people, humans, suffer and lack, and then go ahead and use AI to fix that and do it for much cheaper, much better. All right, next, number 12, we got Isa Kamar. How much does it cost to start an AI automation company? Look, this is a very big misconception, especially with people who are not that much investment and they don't want to invest a lot into these businesses. It costs literally nothing for you to build your first AI automation and your first 10 AI automations and your first AI automation for actual clients. Number one, every single software that is used to create AI automations either run on usage based, they give you a few credit beforehand, or they run on per month free trials. Like, I can give you this much usage and here's your free trial for 7 days or for a month or stuff like that. You do not need to invest anything to build your first AI automations. And if we talk about you want the best, you want actual genuine paid softwares and you don't want to be put on a time limit, go get yourself a client and go take his money to go ahead and build your first AI automation. You don't need to build the AI automation and then get the client. Get the client, use his money, build the AI automation and sell it to him again. That's literally what I did. That's how I got my first client. That's how I built my first solution. I used someone else's money, because clients can do two things for you. They can either give you more money or they can either give you more money. So to sum it up, it literally takes zero investment at all. You just have to have a phone or a prospecting tool. You just have to have knowledge. Furkan.akr. I want to leave college, sad emoji, but I tell my family about this. They say that what will you do, and I have no answer, then sad face. Brother, obviously your family is gonna say that. You should never commit to something like quitting school, quitting your job, leaving college, stuff like that. You should never commit to any of this without actually showing results. If you have no results to show, if you have just a dream, then what are you doing? Don't go ahead and quit what you have right now for a faint dream. You've heard all the stories of the people who have quit their stuff, quit their job, dropped out of college, dropped out of high school and got a bunch of money, but you never heard the story about the people who did all of that and failed miserably. Dropped out of college, left on the street, family doesn't love him, family doesn't support him. Get at least get knowledge and at least get a few, like, you know, results, and then go ahead and show that proof to your family that, hey, I can do this. Are you with me or are you against me? Here are my results. I have my own proof. I'm gonna drop out anyways. Alright, quick cut for the e-commerce owners that are watching these videos, just to understand about AI and all of that. I finally launched my very own website with case studies, with reviews, with all of that. Go check that out. Go see that. You can see what actual AI automations we actually provide and how we can genuinely benefit. So link below, website, new website. Go look at AI automations. 14. Umar Daraz Farouk. Man, I have a great voice, but I don't have a camera or anything to set up this thing. I would love to do this. Excuses. I'm sorry, my brother, but if you can contact me through this poll or this question system, whatever I did, if you can do that, then you have the ability to create content. Every single phone out there has a camera nowadays. Go ahead, create content on your phone. It doesn't have to be professional looking content. You don't have to get a camera. I didn't get a camera. I just found this 12-year-old camera and I used it. But even if I didn't have a camera, I would never let that stop me. And I would go ahead and record my first short or record my first content or record whatever it was with my literal phone, because that's all you need. Okay, next we got Ryan Mahmood 9. How to hunt a client. Brother, let me tell you this, that inside high ticket closing, beginners especially, they don't realize that every single person that you're talking to, every single person who you've reached out to, who watches your content, they are real human beings. They have lives, they have emotions, they have thoughts, they have feelings, they have all of that, and you need to act like they are actual human beings. When I get views on my videos, when I get, let's say, 10,000 views, I have to realize that those are 10,000 people with different lives, with different whatever it is situations. They are 10,000 real people who are watching me. That is what I have to realize. And when you can realize it like that, take it to clients. When you have a lead sheet of over 200, realize that those are actual people. You have to do the extra thing to get their attention. You don't have to just call them up once, cold call them once and just leave it. I did 20 cold calls and then I got a meeting booked from one client because they got annoyed of what I was calling and what I was talking about, and they were just like, okay, yeah, maybe I should listen to this guy. You have to do that thing that just takes more time but can get you more qualified and build more trust with the client, because this is high ticket closing. You have to do the high ticket thing and you have to reach out to them, be more personalized with them, nurture yourself into them, and that's how you land a really genuine good client. Alright, number 16, Gone_Amen. People talk so technically about AI that I often start feeling overwhelmed. Is it really hard? But like I said before in the first like 5 questions, I think it was, AI is not hard at all. People will tell you that it's hard. It sounds complicated. I mean, wow, artificial intelligence. The word has intelligence. If you're dumb, you can't do it, obviously. But no, it is not hard at all. To create AI automated solutions, you literally can use no-code solutions or tiny coded solutions that you can literally ask ChatGPT for. And especially in today's time, a year ago when I started, 2 years ago, there was no templates out there. But now there are so many templates out there. You can copy and paste solutions from the internet and sell them for thousands of dollars, acting like a SaaS, man. So it's not hard at all. You can do this. Just believe in yourself. Next we got it's Soban. How can I start doing what you're doing? Brother, go ahead and find a friend of yours. Find a referral. Find your friend's dad's, siblings, cousin, whatever it is. Go ahead, find someone who has an issue. Find out how to solve that issue. Become that bridge and sell it to them. That is your first step. Find a referral and get your first sale done. Number 19, we got Hanzala, whatever it is. Comparison between different automation platforms. Perfect question, my brother. There are two main automation platforms that we all know about and we all use. Make.com and Zapier. They both have the exact same value, okay? There's no difference in them. They're just one circle, one square. Literally, that's it. But Make.com, I would recommend for every single person out here because it is so cheap. Where Zapier offers something like 4,000 credits or 4,000 tokens. It's one token per task, one operation. When Zapier asks that for something like $30, Make.com does 10,000 tokens for $10, and that is so much better. So if you're a beginner, and since we've taken value out of the equation, it's just a question about price. Choose Make.com. Price is better. Everything is better. So many more tutorials on that. Use Make.com. Alright, number 20, Emily.bags. How to deploy Make for clients. I have no idea what this question means, but I'm guessing you're referring to how to actually deploy systems on Make.com for clients. It starts super simply. You just have to have a trigger. All of the systems, AI automations, are built entirely on backends, so it should be nothing on the client's end except a finished product. If I talk about e-commerce, then if you wanted to deliver an e-commerce solution inside Make.com, set your trigger to some e-commerce action and then go ahead and do your actual automation and then deliver the actual result. Hopefully that answers your question. If not, just DM me. I'll go more into depth about whatever it is you were asking. Do you learn coding? Can I develop AI voice agents like yours without coding? Absolutely. But here's the thing. To integrate these in a professional, in a really nice, well-versed way with the CRM and all of that, you do need to learn a tiny bit of code, because to turn static assistants, which is assistants that are just one prompt, into transient assistants, which is something like a dynamic assistant in which you can, like, let me give you an example. It's something like you have an assistant that's going to give you a welcome message. Hey, Ibrahim, how are you? How's your day going? This is a system built for one person, meaning I can only do this for Ibrahim. But if you build a transient dynamic assistant where I have a sheet of about 100 different names and I want to say, hey, Xavier, or something like that. If I say that and I want to do this exact same system but with different dynamic variables, and I have to build coded systems, and it's very simple. You just copy the exact code, you redefine it with whatever you need to do. Use JSON editor for that, ChatGPT for that, and it's gonna be so simple. A video of mine about these AI voice agents is actually coming out, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna explain exactly how you can build a transient dynamic assistant with code. But to sum it up, if you want to build exact systems like mine, you need to know how to code, a very tiny bit of code, so that you can add that personalization aspect into it. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a static assistant that can do one client or one customer. Alright, next we got, by the way, Saad, how to hire cold callers for web agency and how to call internationally in the UK. Well, I don't really know how to answer this, because if you want to hire cold callers, just go on Fiverr or Upwork. Find cheap, well-valued. Train them yourself if you need to. Just train them and get them to cold call for you. Maybe get one on a commission basis. Maybe find a friend to do it. Just get someone on commission basis, because that's the best to go. And I've said this before, to call internationally in any country, go on Google Voice, get yourself a free number, and go ahead and do as many calls as you want, just for $20 per month. Okay, next we got Aditi Sales Developer, how to get your first payment online in any niche. In any niche, my brother, if you talk about payment, how to actually get the payment, I would recommend you guys use Stripe. Or if you want to do in America, make sure you have your PayPal set up. You need PayPal, you need Zelle, you need US Bank, you need stuff like this. Go ahead and do that. But anywhere inside the world, I would recommend you guys use Stripe. Stripe is number one, number best. But if your question is referring to how to actually get a sale closed, like I said, referrals, best way to get deals closed. Next we got ah.med26. Bro, do you actually make money in this? If so, could you please teach me? Absolutely, yes, I have made money in this. I still make money in this, and I would never tell you guys to do this stuff if I didn't believe that you guys could also make money in this. And brother, the best way for me to teach you is, I would recommend that you just watch all my videos. Really valuable, really interesting videos are coming out in which I'm gonna tell you how to actually do this in depth. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's Mushkal Khalil, how to start e-commerce store with AI and how to find leads with AI. Sorry, how to scale your e-commerce store with AI. If you're an established e-commerce owner, my brother, and you get at least 2,000 customers per month, or let's say, let's put it more realistic, if you get at least 500 customers per month or 1,000 customers per month, that's the limit. If you can get at least minimum, then I would recommend you look into AI solutions that can sell for you. It doesn't have to be a voice agent. Any solution that can sell for you without meta ads, where you have to pay a bunch of money to get people to notice you. I would recommend you do personalized AI voice agents agents or personalized solutions that can call or message or text or whatever it is to get you sales by retargeting. And that is the best way to do it with AI. And the second part of your question, how to find leads with AI. If I'm honest with you, I would never recommend you guys look for AI softwares or build AI softwares that can find leads, because there's so many better tools out there to find leads. But if you're talking about a full system that can not only get the leads, generate the leads, nurture them, talk to them, and close deals and book appointments, that is an AI system that people would genuinely want. So if you can figure out a system like that, where you can attach something like Lucia or Apollo, an actual like lead software connected into an AI voice agent that can do outbound calls and generate actual leads, and also combine a message nurturing system or maybe even a follow-up nurturing system through AI calling and stuff like that, and you take all of that data and you store it into a CRM and you actually get meetings booked from constant retargeting and constant nurturing, that is a much more scalable and a much more better AI lead generation system. And that is a system I would recommend that you guys should figure out how to build and actually build and sell. So I guess that's all we had time for today. I guess I'm gonna make this something like a weekly thing in which I ask you guys some questions and I can answer them all for you. But hope you guys found this interesting. And remember, like I said, if you're an e-commerce owner who's actually interested in AI automations that can sell for you and generate you sales automatically, go ahead, go to my website, link below, go check out everything you need, case studies, reviews, all of that is over there, and even a demo of the actual AI system. Go check that out, and I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be worth your time. And remember, boys, girls, whatever it is, goblins, stay hard.